than just a quick flip. They're really emphasizing the long-term potential of their ecosystem, the real estate backing, and that possibility of turning gaming into an actual pathway to property ownership.
Right, they're not just saying buy low, sell high. They're encouraging people to hold the token, participate in the game, and potentially build something tangible over time.
Yeah, it's a compelling story, and it could definitely appeal to investors who are looking for something more than just the volatility of the meme coin market.
Right.
But the challenge for GTPR, I think, is going to be demonstrating that their model can actually deliver on its promises. They need to show that they can execute on their vision, attract a sustainable user base, and ultimately translate this unique approach into tangible value for investors.
And that brings us to the question of long-term growth. Let's say someone invests in GTPR today. What are the potential pathways to seeing that investment appreciate over time?
Well, there are a few key factors to consider, I think. First, the growth of the GoTapper platform itself. The more people playing the game, participating in the auctions, using GTPR within the ecosystem, the more demand it could create for the token, potentially driving up its value.
It's like any network effect. The more users you have, the more valuable the platform becomes. And that value can potentially trickle down to the native token.
Exactly. And then there's the real estate element, too. As GTPR is facilitating the fractional ownership of more properties, the value of those underlying assets could theoretically be reflected in the token's price.
It's like having a piece of the digital real estate market, but with the added accessibility and liquidity of a cryptocurrency.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the potential for those fractional real estate NFTs to appreciate in value as well. As the real estate market fluctuates, those NFTs could become increasingly valuable, adding another layer of potential growth for GTPR holders.
So it's a multifaceted approach to value creation, which is quite different from your typical meme coin that relies solely on market hype and speculation.
For sure, but let's be real for a second. There are always risks associated with any investment, especially in the crypto world.
Of course.
So what are some of the potential downsides or red flags that investors should be aware of when considering GTPR?
Yeah, that's a critical question and one that we can't shy away from.
Absolutely.
I think one of the biggest risks with any project like this is execution risk. Can they actually deliver on their ambitious roadmap? Can they build a platform that's engaging and secure and scalable?
Right. And there's always the risk of competition as well.
Yeah.
The crypto space is constantly evolving. New projects are popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Can GTPR stay ahead of the curve and maintain that unique appeal that we've been talking about?
That's a key factor to watch for sure. And then there's the regulatory landscape to consider. Crypto regulations are still evolving, and any changes in that legal framework could impact GTPR's operations and potentially its value.
It's a good reminder that crypto investing is not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of potential for upside, but it comes with inherent risks that investors need to be aware of.
Absolutely. Due diligence is paramount here. Investors need to do their own research, understand the project's fundamentals, and assess those risks involved before making any decisions.
Couldn't agree more.
And even then, it's important to approach crypto investing with caution and only invest what you can afford to lose.
Words of wisdom.
So we've explored the potential for long-term growth, but there's another aspect of GTPR that we haven't really touched on yet, and that's the fact that those real estate NFTs are backed by actual physical properties.
Right.
That's not something you see every day in the meme coin world.
It's true.
So let's dig into that a little deeper.
Okay, yeah, let's explore that a bit more.
So how does this real asset backing work in practice? How do they ensure that those digital NFTs actually represent ownership in those physical properties?
Yeah, that's where the details become really important. GTPR needs to be transparent about their process for acquiring properties, tokenizing them, and linking those tokens to the real estate assets. They need to provide clear documentation, perhaps through independent audits or legal frameworks that demonstrate the legitimacy and security of their approach.
It's all about building trust and credibility, especially in a space where skepticism and scams are unfortunately not uncommon.
Right, exactly. And it's also about demonstrating the value proposition of this model. If GTPR can show that their NFTs are backed by real tangible assets, it could make their project more attractive to a wider range of investors, including those who are traditionally more cautious about crypto.
It's about bridging that gap between the digital world of crypto and the physical world of real estate.
Yeah.
And it's a strategy that could potentially mitigate some of the volatility that we see in the crypto market.
That's the hope, at least. by linking their value to something tangible, something with inherent worth beyond just the whims of the market. GTPR could potentially offer a more stable and predictable investment experience.
It's a compelling argument, especially for those who are looking for a way to diversify their portfolios and gain exposure to both crypto and real estate. But it also raises a lot of questions about the long-term viability of this approach. Can they actually scale this model? Can they maintain the liquidity of their NFTs? Can they navigate all the complexities of real estate regulations and ownership structures?
All valid concerns. And ultimately, it will be up to GTPR to prove that their model can overcome these challenges and deliver on its promises.
Well, we've laid out the potential benefits and the potential risks. Now it's up to our listeners to do their own research, weigh the evidence, and decide for themselves whether GTPR is a project worth investing in.
That's right. We've given you the information, the insights, the analysis. Now it's time to put on your thinking caps and draw your own conclusions.
So we've really explored, the ins and outs of GTPR.
Yeah.
And they're trying to carve out this new path for meme coins, one that goes beyond, fleeting internet humor and actually taps into real-world assets.
Yeah, it's a bold experiment, for sure. Blending that viral energy of meme culture with the stability of real estate. It's like they're saying, yeah, we're fun, we're community-driven, but we're also building something with tangible value.
And we've seen how GTPR is really like the fuel for their ecosystem. It's used for those in-game advantages. It's used for those bids on property shares. It's even used to claim those digital deeds. They've really woven it into every single step of the process.
You really have. And it's this fascinating strategy, to create demand for the coin beyond speculation. And that's where I think things get really interesting. They're not just relying on hype to bump up the price. They've actually designed a system that generates revenue, buys back tokens, and even burns them to control the supply.
Right. And it all kind of circles back to this idea of sustainability.
Yeah.
Can a meme coin fueled by internet trends actually build something that lasts?
That's the big question, isn't it?
That is the million-dollar question.
And it's a tough one.
It is.
There's no easy answers.
Yeah.
But we've explored, I think, some of the potential upsides here. The idea of turning gaming into an actual pathway to property ownership. The possibility of those NFTs appreciating in value, the diversification it offers investors.
Right.
Those are all really interesting and potentially very powerful things.
Absolutely. But we've also highlighted the risks. Can they execute on this ambitious roadmap that they've laid out?
Yeah.
Can they navigate this ever-changing crypto landscape?
It's a fast-moving space.
And the complexities of the real estate market.
Absolutely.
Can they maintain that transparency and build trust in a space where, skepticism is often warranted?
It's a valid concern.
Yeah, these are all crucial considerations for anyone looking at GTPR. It's a project that demands careful research, a clear understanding of the risks involved, and a healthy dose of skepticism.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So we've given you the deep dive,
the insight,
the analysis, but ultimately the decision is yours. Is GTPR just another flash in the pan? Or are they truly redefining what a meme coin can be?
It's a fascinating case study.
Okay.
And one that I'll definitely be following closely.
Absolutely. This is a space where innovation is constant.
Yeah.
And it's always exciting to see which projects rise to the challenge. So keep exploring. Keep asking those tough questions. And keep learning, because in the world of crypto, knowledge is power.
It really is.
Until next time, happy diving.